During the discussion of anticoagulation, it's important to talk about two different roads. One is the classic warfarin that requires usually monthly INR checks, and the other are these new drugs, so-called direct oral anticoagulants, or DOACs. They should both be brought up in the discussion with risks and benefits and advantages and disadvantages mostly of discussion. So I usually tell a patient, if you want to take warfarin, we'll be able to track your actual blood thinning. We'll know from a lot of experience if you're in the range or not, and we can adjust accordingly. You do have to have monthly blood checks. There are foods and other things that interact, but it's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with being on warfarin. If you take one of these DOACs, you need to know they're dose related. And no, there's not a blood test I can do to say how protected you are. You just have to accept the fact that you're protected, because all the studies showed at this dose you had at least as good of an effect against warfarin, and sometimes better. So what's the downside of them? It's usually cost, quite frankly. And if you get into a Medicare age group, there can be cost prohibitive. So you just have to discuss both. Some patients actually like the idea of knowing that they're protected. They know an INR number. I'm okay with that. That's fine with me. We get them on, we teach them how to do warfarin. Some people have bad kidney function and then they have to be on warfarin, okay? Or some people have artificial valves and they have to be on warfarin. But if you can take both, my own bias is I like to give you one of the newer drugs. Compliance, in my experience, is better. They're easier to take. They're more user-friendly. If your wallet doesn't get diuresed, and you can't afford them, then I would prefer some of the newer drugs. I don't see any downside to them regarding that. But if you're in a group that can't afford them, I would suggest warfarin and not say it's terrible. I mean, you will get patients come in and go, "That's rat poisoning, Prustowski. I'm not taking it." Actually, it is rat poisoning. So be it. I mean, but it works. So. I think the discussion has to be made, benefits and risks of both, cost has to be taken into account, and then let the patient make a decision.